Monster Employment Index over the last 6 to 8 months is showing a robust year-on-year growth. Even the latest one, which is January 2015, has shown a 8% growth year-on-year. The good part is your key labor-intensive sectors like manufacturing, production, IT, they have done well, and that should put more jobs out. Now the impact on the numbers could be much higher. Against one opportunity, a company may be hiring 100 individuals, but we take it as one. And in that, there could be some who would be doing better. For example, we see healthcare and education to be growing in double digits, right? We expect IT to do well. And with all these startups coming in, etc., I think there will be a new impetus on that. Logistics infrastructure should be doing good with the 100 Smart Cities project, opening up of railways in terms of opening up of defense sector, banking financial sector. I think that is up for a big change from reach, from technology. So we can possibly expect some newer roles, newer skill sets in demand. And hence 2015 I think would be a big change year compared to the way we have seen economy and the employment scenario moving forward. So when you have Europe, which does not show any signs of improvement, when Middle East, you see that there are socio-political issues that you are grappling with, including Eastern Europe. China is showing signs of slowing down. So my question is for the investors and for the company, which is the next destination they should be looking at? So obviously India. I don't think so. The challenge right from the beginning was on employment. I think the challenge was on employability. The pool of qualified candidates is not growing as much. So that means when the mandates go up, a lot of companies chase the same set of people, and because of that, there is a kind of a bidding process that goes on, and it moves the value cycle, right? There would be a scenario when job seeker again comes into the driving seat. That means you will make education more skilled and employment oriented and not oriented towards grabbing degrees and certificates. A complete overhaul in the education system. Technology has influenced our life, right? And HR is about people. So if technology is influencing people, it's going to affect the function as well, which deals with people. For us, there are only two segments: people who are on internet and people who are not. So if my talent pool or my current employee pool is on screens, technology should be used in channelizing this high energy packets in so-called younger employees towards organization benefit. So I think we need to go into technology areas which will possibly help organizations predict what's going to happen in future. At the same time, use technology and communication to use the experience of so-called older folks in the company and move it down. So the way I see it is, and that we do in Monster all the time, that how we can have a two-way communication and flow. Because through this, both the audiences will get benefit. You need to retain both sets. So it is not one versus the other. The same way employees are also, clearly two segments are emerging. One segment is who says, I am comfortable with a job as long as it pays me 100,000 US a year. And the other segment says, I'm fine with 40,000 US a year as long as I'm doing what I like. This segment of saying I will do what I like is expanding rapidly. So that means they are entrepreneurial in their spirit. They are looking at a job from a business standpoint, and they are saying very loudly, I'm willing to compromise my today to build a greater wealth for future. This big data umbrella, there is a lot of analytics that are going into and very little inference that is coming out. So we are in for analytics. For example, Monster Analytics that we launched. We are giving very few but very robust insights to companies. For example, where you are hiring your people from. So you can go by the company as well as by the industry, where you are losing your people to. In the current mix of your employees, which are the people who came from X organization are doing well compared to which are not. And then overlaying it with an index, monster employment index and a salary index. So these are the kind of, so from a big data standpoint, you have to define your 2 or 3 measurement points which you would like to continuously in real time measure for next 12 months. And then from that measurement, is that measurement also aiding in some call to action? If it is not, my recommendation is drop it. I don't expect the fixed cost component increasing that much. I think the companies have become smarter. Possibly companies will look at an overall package wherein the performance bonuses, equity partnerships, year-end bonuses, profit sharing would be the means that company would deploy in a big way, which addresses their cost issue, but on top of it, the main objective that would be met is on the attrition side, because you are just not looking at salary then, you are looking at a wealth creation for yourself, right? So, and I think the number of startups that are coming up, that will also push it into the same direction. So companies giving ESOPs, performance payout, strong rewards and incentive mechanism, but something which is paid out after a success. And in order to look at an ROI equation, I think they need to widen their talent mix. For example, somehow get women to work for them more, because they happen to be the largest talent pool when we look at colleges and universities, but the percentage from colleges and universities moving into the main corporate scenario is very less. And that goes also then once they join in, the number of women reaching to the top echelons is limited. The second is, I think they should look at retired professionals. They can bring a lot of value on the table from an experiential standpoint. So if you have a contractual or a flexi hours, I think that is another means of addressing their talent gap that they may possibly have. So I think the salary payout or compensation payout should be based on skills, experience, and the job requirement. The third element would be in a classical way, which you call as a talent management suite, which is from where you are getting people, where you are losing people, people that you are getting, which set of people are doing well compared to whatever. So there is a complete integration and a knowledge flow and information flow across all levels. Talent and skills which are niche, that is where the real chase of the right talent would come in. And then I think most of the organizations will be looking at a train the trainer model. You get someone and then have that knowledge transformed, right? So there the salaries, etc., will grow. Create your own network, all the recruiters, tell them what your company stands for. Rely not only on direct talent but also word of mouth that you can possibly generate, so that more and more people come into your net. Keep on creating that pool so that whenever there is a need for hiring quickly, depending upon the business need, you are capable of doing that. The maximum growth is going to come on your mobiles. So use that. So for example, our launch of website, new app, there is even an employer app wherein you can shortlist, communicate and hire on the go. So those kind of things would be required. So look at speed from a technology standpoint. Look at your communication from a brand standpoint, and keep focusing on your cost per hire.